God's people, they left the land of displeasure. They took their sheep and carts of Egyptian treasure. They were led through the desert by a cloud to admire. At night God led them by a pillar of fire. Way back in Egypt, Pharaoh was changing his mind. There were cities to build, the ones he designed. He decided to bring back God's people again. He sent horses and chariots and all his best men. Moses asked God, "What are we to do?" God said, "Trust me, believe, I will protect you." He sent Moses to stand at the edge of the sea. He made the waters stand up so the people could flee. As the last of God's people reached the other side, the army of Egypt followed, or at least they tried. God switched off the wind, the waters crashed in. Pharaoh's army were punished because of their sin. God's people were grateful. In God they'd been trusting. It didn't last long when the waters tasted disgusting. They stood before Moses, and about God they did bleat. But God in his grace made the bitter water sweet. They moaned they were hungry, wished they were back in the land. They forgot what was done by God's powerful hand. God provided them bread. It was small, white and round, and 6 days a week it was found on the ground. They came to a mountain, a place filled with dread. The people were shocked when Moses, he said, "I must go to the top, even though it is frightening." At the top of the mountain was fire and lightning. God gave rules in the mountain. He gave Moses 10. They were instructions for life. They were for all men. The people below were breaking the rules, worshipping false gods, acting like fools. Back down the mountain, Moses did go, God's written rules the people to show. But when he descended and saw sin all around, he threw God's commandments onto the ground. The people had failed right at the start. Just like us, they had sin in their heart. We cannot keep God's rules. At times we all fail. But God, he still loves us. It's quite off the scale. Poor Moses went up to the mountain once more. With a hammer he chiselled out the commands on the floor. Because we break God's law, something had to be done. God showed us his great love in sending his Son. His Son, who is Jesus, came to die for our sin. We are truly forgiven when we trust in him. There was a hammer and nails. It just doesn't make sense until we understand that God's love is immense.